Let's begin. Okay, welcome everyone to today's episode of Business Leadership Roundtable. And today's topic is homeschooling. Is it worth it? So I guess you are all interested in today's very, very important and very, very timely topic because most of the parents are into homeschooling now. So yes, we are all interested in this. So welcome everyone. For those who have been with us in the last few weeks, and for everyone who are new at this forum, Business Leadership Roundtable Forum. So my name is Miguel Pabilonia. I'm Managing Director of Interchange Consulting, one of the partners here at BLRT. And I am a coach, trainer, and speaker certified by the John Maxwell team. Okay. So allow me to introduce to you what BLRT is, or Business Leadership Roundtable. We are born out of a desire to help business leaders or owners and professionals to develop their leadership skills and create a business community where there is a strong professional relationship among its members. We believe in what John Maxwell says about leadership. He says everything rises and falls on leadership. And the other one, he said, is that one is too small a number to achieve success. So two very important things for success: leadership and relationship. All right. So we've just done our open networking. So now we come to the leadership nugget part. Ronnie Marquez is going to give us some leadership nuggets from John.
Thank you so much, Coach Miguel. Actually, this is part of the programs because we want to instill or teach you some leadership lessons before we start the main lessons. Let me share with you what John Maxwell said. John Maxwell said that true success comes only when every generation continues to develop the next generation. And there is no success without a succession. Do you believe that? No? Leadership starts with leading ourselves, then our family, and then with small community and bigger community, and then perhaps the country. No? So the question is, how do we start? We start with ourselves, and then my question to you is, which do you think, okay, is more difficult to lead? Ourselves or others? Don't answer that because your answer might be others. But in reality, for me, the most difficult person to lead is ourselves, myself. Why is it that? Because of ego and pride. Sometimes there is always we call it in the Johari with the areas that we really do not know. So how easy it is? How can we lead ourselves? No. And my other question to all of us is: can we lead ourselves to exercise? Can we lead ourselves to eat healthy food? Can you lead yourself to avoid late night sleep or too much Korean drama or video games, or perhaps avoid getting angry? All leadership should start and should be managed on our end. And we need to enlarge our emotional quotient for us to be a better leader. Now, today, our focus is how to lead our children. And I'm excited. No? They are the next generation. And let's be ready to listen to our speaker for today, for they will be talking about homeschool, about their children, no? How they homeschool their children and what were the results. No? These are successful homeschooler in the 90s. So again, true success comes only when every generation continues to develop the next generation. So, Miguel, what's our rule?
Yes, please mute your mic while in session so the speaker could focus on what they want to say. And then the second is use the chat box to comment or to ask a question. And we are going to discuss them towards the end of this forum. So feel free to just type in your comments and questions. Okay, now I want to introduce to us our speakers. They are actually a couple, and I'm so honored to introduce them to you. Of course, let's begin with the lady first. Okay. Fondly called as Teacher Grace or Teacher Lillian. Grace is a teacher by heart. She homeschooled her children from preschool all the way through high school. She loves to study all her children's subjects, which is why she continues to teach as a private tutor in math and science. And one of the speakers, the wife, Grace Cartera. All right. And then we also have, of course, the managing director of Homeschoolers Inc., also an educator. We have Mr. Edgar Cartera, who homeschooled also, of course. There are 4 children from preschool all the way through high school. They will share with us an overview of their homeschooling journey for all of us. The good thing is that we come to know that all of their children received full academic scholarships when they entered regular school to receive their bachelor's degrees from La Salle and 2 from Ateneo. 2 of their children graduated cum laude. All are now working and are well positioned in their chosen careers. All the more we are excited to listen to them. So here they are, Mr. and Mrs. Cartera.
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Ronnie, Cha, and the Business Leaders Roundtable Forum. Thank you for inviting us here today to talk about homeschooling. And thank you to everyone for taking time to be here. I know some of you are veteran homeschoolers. Some are relatively new, while some are just beginning to understand and take interest in this alternative mode of delivery of education called homeschooling. Sige. Let me start by giving you a definition of homeschooling. Okay, Rons, can we flash the slide?
It's in the screen. It's in the screen.
Okay. Sige. That's not the slide. Anyway, sige, we'll do with that. Okay, yan po ang definition ng homeschooling. Now, I did not bother to make my own definition. I just copy-pasted these definitions from the web. Sa traditional homeschooling, sa traditional school kasi, pag may pinagawa sa bata at kinopya ng bata ang sagot sa internet, tawag doon cheating. Sa homeschool, pag may pinagawa ka sa anak mo at kinopya niya ang sagot sa internet, ang tawag doon resourceful. So there's a totally different language used. Oh, ayan, nagsisimula na tayo.
Homeschool na ba yan?
Intro pa lang naman to. Sa traditional school, pag di makafocus ang bata dahil 3 oras na siyang overload ng information at ayaw nang pumasok ang kahit ano sa kukote niya, nagagalitan siya ni teacher. Sa homeschool, pag di na makafocus ang bata, pinaglalaro muna. O, ayan. It may sound like I'm bashing the traditional school system, pero di naman po. The reality is, kailangan mag-comply si school sa DepEd requirement. Dapat matapos ang scope and sequence ng curriculum within the prescribed period. Ika nga, finished or not finished, pass your paper. Kaya minsan si teacher aburido pag may mga batang di makasunod sa lesson niya. When I'm not saying na superior ang homeschooling compared sa traditional schooling. Maraming drawbacks ang homeschooling compared to traditional schooling. Pero each has its own space, ika nga, in the educational landscape. Marami na ako nakita na arguments na mas effective daw ang homeschooling versus traditional schooling. And may mga studies na malabas supporting that argument. But I do not embrace that kind of statement for 2 reasons. One, there's no conclusive scientific evidence to support it. And there may never be. Why, Tamo? Halimbawa, yung mga anak ko, although they turned out very well sa homeschooling, I have no way of finding out if they could have turned better or worse had we decided to put them in traditional schools, diba? Although within this forum, I can say that homeschool was the better choice for us as a family. But it is a personal claim. And The second reason why I do not embrace the statement na mas effective ang homeschooling versus traditional schools is that even if it's true that homeschooling is better, I will not be advocating that statement because it is highly polarizing. It doesn't help the homeschooling movement to gain better acceptance from the mainstream population if we argue that homeschooling is better than traditional schooling. Rather, my advocacy statement is homeschooling works. Homeschooling works. It is not polarizing. It's not a magnet for haters. It is very neutral, and it makes the mainstream population more receptive to consider homeschooling. So there, I laid out my position na. Sige, balik tayo sa bashing. Sa traditional school, pag may mga tests, quizzes, and exams, kumahog na ang mga bata sa pag-aaral. In most cases, puyatan sa pag-aaral. And the reasons why nagsusumikap mag-aral ang bata is because of any or a combination of these three reasons. Number one, gusto niya makakuha ng mataas na grades or bragging rights. Nga naman. Pangalawa, gusto niya matuwa si mommy. Pangatlo, ayaw niya mapagalitan ni daddy. Sa homeschooling naman, let me tell you a true story about grades. After my daughter graduated from college, she discovered something. She asked her mom, "Mom, may grades pala kami nung hino-homeschool mo kami." Apparently, hindi pala niya alam na ginegradean pala siya. Basta yung anak ko, sagot lang ng sagot kung ano ang ibigay sa kanyang worksheet or assignment. We never communicated the importance of grades to our children for two reasons. One, it is not important. Well, yun na yun. It's not important. But number two, we don't want them to chase grades. We want them to chase learning and curiosity. Of course, nung pumasok na sila sa traditional schools, they learn pretty quickly yung prestige na naidudulot ng mataas na grades. They all became dean listers and two of them graduated cum laude. Ayan, sige, let's start na po. Intro pa lang yun. Let's start from the beginning, 1996. Di ba sa inyo? Ano pa? Elementary pa lang siguro. First quarter of 1996, our eldest was then 4 years old. So school age na. We were young, we were reckless in our decisions, and we were clueless about many things in life. So we decided to homeschool. We had 3 children, and a 4th was on the way. So, a 4-year-old panganay and a 4th child on the way. So you can imagine, sunod-sunod. Di naman po sinasadya. But literally, our hands were very full. As we were evaluating the options to enroll our eldest in a nearby Montessori preschool, my wife argued, ano ba ang maituturo ng mga preschool teachers sa anak ko na hindi ko kayang ituro? Oo nga naman, I agree. We came up with more reasons why we should not opt for Montessori school. Yung mag-prepare for school, maghatid, maghintay, at pagsundo sa school was very inconvenient for my pregnant wife then. Tapos kami rin naman ang magre-reinforce ng lessons niya after school hours. We will spend pa sa baon, tsaka sa tuition, and then we will have less time for our other children. So maraming mga dahilan bakit ginusto namin mag-homeschool. Basically for convenience lang most. So we decided to homeschool and we were very excited. So excited, in fact, we were gung-ho during the first year. We were like cheering for each other. Kayang-kaya natin to. On the second year, we were still very excited. Kaya natin to. On the third year, you know, as the excitement wears off, our battle cry became, kakayanin natin to. On the fourth year, our battle cry became a question. Kaya pa ba natin to? But we still continued. On the 5th year, I said to my wife, kaya mo na yan, Han. And with that, I'm turning the mic over to my wife, Grace Cartera.
Yeah.
Picture ko.
Sino ang hero? Ang wife o ang husband? Siyempre, ang wife.
Okay. Sige.
So,
Ako naman sasalita.
go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Grace.
Check my mic.
Asang kanan.
Am I coming in like with an echo?
Yes, a little bit. Pero we can see your PowerPoint yet now.
Okay. Hello? Is that good?
Yes,
So may echo pa rin.
Meron konti.
Meron pa
Malayo
rin.
yata kayo sa isa't isa eh. Dapat i-unmute ko muna si Ed.
Okay, now I'm going to share my screen. Wait lang ah.
Go ahead,
Para yung
please.
kodigo ko. Wait lang.
Mga veteran homeschooler to eh. Kaya
Hindi naman. Hindi
I'm
man talaga.
excited talaga. Yeah.
Okay. Alright,
Go
that's
ahead,
my, I'll play. Sa totoo lang, nervous ako.
Okay lang, Miss Grace.
Sobrang nervous.
Yeah, kaya yan, Grace.
Okay, let me start kasi ang topic natin is homeschooling. Is it worth it? Well, sabi nga ni Mr., mahirap sabihin na mas maganda ang homeschool or mas magandang traditional because that's very polarizing. If I'm going to speak from my own experience, I would say definitely yes. But before I will try to answer that or we try to answer, let me just say something. Siya nga pala. Thank you nga pala ha. Nakalimutan ko, masyado ako excited. Thank you for your invitation for us to speak. Ronnie and Mr.
It's an honor.
Pabilonia ba yun? And Cha and all
Yeah.
the LRT team. Thank you so much. And you gave us a
The
platform.
honor is mine,
here.
Grace.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to start by first sharing about my dad's legacy. Okay. My dad is my first or my first teacher. He was the first one who taught me how to read and write. Bata pa lang ako, hindi pa po ako nag-aaral, marunong na akong magbasa at magsulat. Marunong na rin po akong magbilang, mag-add, mag-subtract. Kasi po, nung nag-grade 1 ako, 8 years old na ako. So late na akong nag-aral. But I just realized, si daddy pala ang nag-homeschool sa akin. Sa amin actually magkakapatid. Inuna niya sa akin. Tapos, pinasa niya sa akin yung responsibility. Tinuruan ko yung mga kapatid ko. Kaya naging talagang forced teacher na ako. But then I remember my dad would always come home kahit pagod siya. He would always give me some word problems about math every night. So ganyan si daddy. Parang in-infuse niya sa akin yung value ng education. In fact, I remember growing up, my dad would always say, mag-aral kayong mabuti kasi yan lang ang pamana ko sa inyo. Sabi ko nung bata ako, sakit naman nun, yun lang ang pamana mo. But then I realized yung value niyan. My way of thinking about education was formed by my dad. Okay, so that's why I love to study. I love to read. The discipline was there because it was really because of my dad's discipline and all the routine and everything. That's my dad who really helped me understand what education is. Okay, so ngayon, in my homeschool, so that's my dad. He imparted to me the value of education. You can see my screen, no? Okay.
Yes.
Now, there are two guiding principles that I would say help me through my journey. Mamaya magkukwento ako. So ngayon, teacher ako. So, titingnan nyo muna yung aking slides. Ganyan ako eh. I have to be guided by this thing. The first guiding principle that really helped me in my homeschooling my children is this. Okay? We need to define what is homeschool or what is education. And this is the first time I learned about this definition when I got trained in my homeschool. Kailangan matrain tayo eh. So ito po yun. Yan. Education, this is Noah Webster. Noah Webster was a linguist. Marami po siyang alam na language. And what Noah Webster gave us is, ano ba yung akin? Is the definition of education. Okay? Help me. Saan na ba ito? Hindi ko mapaalis yung aking. Okay, education. Okay, sabihin ko na lang. Education, the definition of education, the bringing up as of a child, the instruction, formation of manners, education, and all that series of instruction. Yan, mas maganda pala ito. What is that instruction for? The instruction is intended to enlighten understanding, correct the temper, form manners and habits of youth, and fit them for their usefulness in future stations. To give children a good education in manners, arts, and science is important. Okay? An immense responsibility. This is what I want you to really get. Kayong mga mami na nag-homeschool. Kasi ito yung nakakalimutan ng mga parents. An immense responsibility rests on the parents and guardians who will neglect this duty. So yung mga pag hindi natin pinag-aral talaga yung mga anak natin o hindi natin tinuruan, hanggang tumanda po sila, responsibility na natin yan. Ako po, nakita ko yan sa mga kapatid ko at sa mga ibang kamag-anak. That's why meron akong takot. I took it my own responsibility to educate my child. Kaya hindi ko pa alam yung homeschool. I am already solely responsible to my child. So ako yung masyadong napapaaga yung aking keynote. Yan. Parang kunyari ako yan. Ganyan po talaga yung itsura namin. Kaya lang wala akong camera nung maliit yung mga anak ko. Hindi ko nakukunan ng picture yung mga tutorial or ano namin, homeschooling session. Buti ngayon, marami na tayong ganyan technology. So, sobrang responsibility. Bakit nito ganyan? Sobrang responsibility, I had to pray always. Okay? So, this is the principle number 1. As a parent, I am responsible for my child. Not the government, not the school, not the lolo and lola. Ako lang po. So, kayo rin, I hope you do. It's not your tutor who is responsible, but kayong mga magulang. Tayo po yung responsibility natin. Okay? So, what is the second principle is, as a homeschooler, I can only give what I have. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Diba? Yung anak natin, hindi ko yan anak kasi hindi yan ang kamay ni Nonoy. Mabalpon yan eh. Okay. Yung mga anak natin, we can only give what we have in ourselves. So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, pag nakikita ko yung mga anak kong, minsan hindi naman lagi sila masipag. Pag tamad sila, I look at myself, tamad ba ako? Baka may nakikita silang katamaran ko. Alam mo yun? So, I internalize. If I see my child medyo hindi maganda yung sagot. So, baka meron din akong ganun. So, I can only give. Kung masaya ako, nag-homeschool, siguradong anak ko masaya. Kung inspired ako, sigurado yung mga anak ko inspired. So, yan ang principle na yun. Dalawang principle, the two important principles that guide me in my homeschooling. Dalawa yan, pero marami po mga sub-principles. Then later on, magkukwento na ako kung anong pinag-umpisahan namin para, okay. Noong 1996, my daughter was 4 years old, my panganay. And then I just gave birth to my 4th child, 1996. Tapos, mahirap mag-homeschool. Pero I remember that was the first time umorder kami ng magagandang books from the States. So it was so beautiful, so homeschool friendly, very colorful, So, anong nangyari? Ito yung mga books na yun, oh. Lahat yan. Meron ako niyan. Kaya, ang gandang tingnan, di ba? Yan. Masyadong medyo mahal, pero we thought it's worth it na binili namin. Tapos, bumili rin kami ng ganyan na libro. Bible curriculum. So, sa akin kasi, if I see good books, and my children, or were always, throughout the years, tumatalon sila sa tuwa. We will unpack all the books, and then everybody will just hold their books, and then they will just begin to read. Makipag-away ako, wag muna, wag muna, wag muna. So parang kaming talagang, that is so much excitement. Bakit? Kasi isa po sa principle ng homeschooling is this principle. Joy of learning is non-negotiable in my homeschool. When I was homeschooling my children, I remember when they were elementary. There was a couple friend. Kasi marami yan, iba-iba ang mga principle and what do you call this, culture. Sabi nung isang kaibigan ko, hala, mag-homeschool tayo. We should make sure that our children are really equipped to handle stress. Sabi niya ganun. They need to know paano nila, kailangan masanay sila sa stress, homework, and everything. Sabi niya ganon. Sabi ko, okay. So parang sa akin, na-intimidate ako nung time na yun eh. Sabi ko, is that necessary? Hindi ko ma-attempt talaga na bigyan ko ng stress yung mga anak ko nung time na yun. Elementary Na-stress sila. They were like grade 5, grade 6. Bigyan ko raw ng, parang, I don't know. But for me, in my philosophy, I'm not saying I'm an expert or I am an authority to speak about child psychology, but in my own personal principle, I just want to always make sure that my children enjoy their learning journey, their learning time. Whenever I give them homework, I don't want them to really feel so burdened. I don't want them to feel so parang helpless. There's got to be some joy because that principle, the joy of learning, is non-negotiable. If my child is I'm not saying na pinabi ko sila or I really protected them so much from whatever the world can give them problem, I don't think na ganun ang ginawa ko. I just make sure na they are really enjoying their homeschool. So that is non-negotiable. Because I believe when they are enjoying, they will always learn. The Bible says na, pagka you are gentle and humble, di ba masarap mag-aral, mayroong joy. Okay? So, yan po, isa yan na importante. I want you to make sure na yung mga anak nyo nag-e-enjoy mag-aral. So, maybe later on, we will talk paano yung talagang ayaw mag-aral. So, I'll just first make kwento about my story, okay? About kung ano nangyari sa amin. The joy of learning is non-negotiable in my homeschool. Ngayon, paano, would you say ba na it was always a happy day in my homeschooling days? Certainly not. There were also trials and conflicts. Okay? So pag mayroon kaming trial and conflicts, isa sa mga, kaya minsan nagkakaroon ng trial and conflicts, kulang po ng communication. So isa po yung principle na ginagamit ko pag nag-homeschool ako is wala kasi yung screen ko. Ayan. There has to be a written, communicated schedule or plan. It's very, very critical for me. My schedule, very colorful. Sobrang dami. Every child, ng mga anak ko, lahat sila meron silang schedule. Because they only have one set of books. They only have one set of texts. Kasi mahal ang curriculum nila, I buy it from the States. So I have to really meticulously schedule. On Monday, halimbawa 9 o'clock to halimbawa 30 minutes, 9 to 9:30, sino may hawak ng book. And then afterwards, ipapasa niya yan sa kapatid niya. Ganong kadetalye ang aking plano po. That's only for the day. Meron din po akong schedule. Alam nila yan, monthly and even yearly. because planado na kung ano yung bibiling ko throughout the years. But of course, I just learned this throughout the years while I was homeschooling. So kayong importante mo na talagang isulat nyo. Huwag nyo pong gawin na kukunin nyo lang yung table of contents and then susulat nyo lang yung date doon. Okay? Halimbawa, nakikita ko to sa mga mommies June hanggang, let's say, September, ito yung aaralin mo. Anak, ito aaralin mo, Buksan mo niya. Parang ganun, every chapter ng books, merong mga schedule. I would recommend na ilagay niyo talaga yan sa tabular form. Lagyan mo page number, time, specific, sobrang detalye. That's why whenever I homeschool, my children, enjoy na enjoy sila. Titik mark lang nila yan. Okay? And they are being rewarded whenever they accomplish the day's task. And then, hindi ko na naisulat dito, I had also some forms of rewards. Meron akong redemption center, parang ano bang tawag dun sa kids, Casey box, parang ganyan. Meron akong ganyan. Okay? So, nire-redeem nila yung pagkain or toys. Okay? So, ganyan po kami. The next one is, eto. MAPE is important for wholesome development of my children. Nag-aaway kami ni Nonoy minsan tungkol dyan Kasi ako yung, gusto ko lahat kunin ng mga anak ko yung mga klase. Meron silang ballet, meron silang soccer, meron silang swimming, meron silang painting. Masyadong mahal yun. Diba? So, pero really, we tried our best to give those to our children. All my children, nagpa-piano sila. 4 sila. 3 times a month. Kasi, kumbaga 3 hours lang yun every time na dadaling ko. Yung isang week, nagpapahinga yung isang bata. Pero lahat yan, every week dadaling ko sa teacher ko ng piano. So all my children can play the piano. They were excellent. Medyo ngayon, hindi na nagpa-piano kasi nagtatrabaho. Pero marunong po silang tumugtog. So that's something like a non-negotiable to me. Music is non-negotiable to me. They also had some arts. And sabi nila, either your child is a mathematician or an artist. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, ganun ba yun? Bakit mga anak ko parang pareho? Naman, I'm not really kidding. My children were all artistic. They had wonderful pieces of arts that they did. And they were also very, very excellent in their math. Okay? So I don't believe na one is, maybe they would prefer the other with the other subject with the other one, pero more generally, magaling talaga sila. So I think your children also, wag natin sasabing magaling ka talaga sa math or hindi ka magaling sa math or artist ka lang talaga. Wag natin sasabihin yon because you really don't know. We have to just let them enjoy. And pretty soon you will see, wow, ang galing pala ng anak ko. Yun. Hindi natin alam kung gaano kagaling mga anak natin. Okay? So, pagdating ng college, magka-college na yung anak ko, ito na yung parang the culminating time na magka-college na sila, alis na sila sa homeschool. Okay? So, masyadong mabilis yung story ko, no? Pasensya na kayo. Unless you ask me a question, then I will tell you. This was something na bago ko ipasa, this is the time of Edgar to really share about my children's college education, how we went from regular to becoming a scholar. I would remember lang, isa kasi, the reason why I want to share this, nag-apply ang anak, nung nag-a-apply si Catherine ng college niya, we learned about scholarship. So we just prayed. But my daughter really approached me, sabi niya, Mom, what if I did not get a scholarship? Because at the time, we were really, really financially challenged as a couple during that time. Sabi ko sa anak ko, matatawa nga ako sa sinabi ko, where will I study, Mommy, pag walang scholarship? But ito, hindi ko ito pinag-isipan, lumabas talaga sa bibig ko, and I just realized it came from my dad's influence on me. Sabi ko sa anak ko, edi mag-working student ka. Ganun lang. Mag-working student ka, mag-enroll ka sa Lasal. you're gonna pay your education through your work. Paunti-unti, unit by unit, mag-aaral ka, basta sa Lasal ka mag-aaral. There is no compromise that you will study somewhere else. Because at the back of my mind, I was telling her or telling myself, homeschool nga kita para you will be excellent. And then you will just end in a not to really look down on the colleges. But I just feel na I just want the top, the excellent, the best. Alam mo, ganun ang daddy ko eh. Di baling di ka honor sa school mo, basta nag-aaral ka sa magandang eskwelahan. Sana tinuruan din niya ako ng entrepreneurship eh. So, pero hindi ganun nangyari. So, but I'm still grateful. So, ganun po yung aking pananaw. That's why in our family, in our culture, we want the best. We won't settle for, by the grace of God, we try to give them the best. And then whatever is that best, we believe it, yun na po. Parang hindi ko sinasabing talagang the best yung binigay namin, pero as far as we can recall, those schools, Lasal, Ateneo, UP sana eh, pero ayaw ng UP ng homeschooler nung time na nag-homeschool ako. Kami po mga 60 families lang when I started homeschool. Kulang, konting-konti lang kami. So, UP is really not an option or not available for us. Unlike Lasal and Ateneo, they are welcoming homeschooler. So until now, so yun lang. Parang kung pwede nga, gusto ko abroad. That's why my fourth year, my youngest, nung nag-homeschool, can I make kwento about my kasi yung mga anak ko, ito na lang kwento.
Go ahead lang, Grace. Go ahead. We're listening.
Sige. Anyway, i-turn over ka kay Mr. about college. Kasi siya po ako yung nag-homeschool mula elementary hanggang high school. Tinuruan ko lahat ng mga anak ko. Ngayon, nung magka-college na, trabaho na ni Nono yan. Kasi siya yung nagpe-prepare ng mga application and everything. Kaya, siya naman ngayon na yun ang pinaka-part niya sa homeschool. And I just want to honor him, my husband, because he's really been supportive all throughout my homeschool years. Kung ano yung gusto kong curriculum, kahit mahal yan, bibili namin. Kahit mahal. Kasi we believe in education and we believe that we want our children to really enjoy looking at those books. Grabe mga books namin. Sobrang, I'm just so blessed na I discovered some excellent curriculum na ginamit ko. And ako, pag masaya yung mga anak ko. Pag naboboard ako sa curriculum, sigurado board sila. Okay? So, I'm gonna turn it over to Edgar to explain what happened during college.
Yan. Thank you, Han. I hope you learned something. Malaman yung mga sinabi ni Grace. Kumbaga sa hamburger sandwich, yun yung palaman. Ako naman, ako nagsimula, ako rin magtatapos. So, ako lang yung parang tinapay. Puro hangin. So, ready na ba kayo magpahangin muna tayo? So, yung tungkol sa college, unang-unang gusto kong sabihin, yung mga anak ko, yung mindset kasi nila, we never communicated na babagsak sila sa entrance exam. It was never communicated to them. So, kasi marami ako nakikita sa post, mga prayer request pa, sana makapasa sa college. May mga ganon. Siguro, kami, medyo reckless ng namin reckless yung mga decisions namin. Some people call it, kindly, it's called faith. Pero, medyo, ang sabi ko naman, ang position ko, mangangarap ka rin lang, libre naman ang pangarap. Mangarap ka na ng mataas. So, we never considered UP, one, because nakita ng mga anak ko, yung campus ng UP, ayaw nila. Mabuti na lang kasi. Hindi rin pala po pwede sa UP. So, mabuti silang nangayaw. So, ang choices nila, tatlo lang naman pinagpipilian namin. Hindi nila alam na merong ibang colleges. Pero sinabi namin, tatlo lang ang colleges sa Pilipinas. UP, Lasal, Ateneo. Sorry, yung mga graduate sa ibang college, no intention of demeaning it. Pero, the way we communicated, tatlo lang ang existing college sa Pilipinas. So, So nag-apply sila sa sa Lasal at Ateneo. And hindi naman sila anong tawag doon sa entrance exam? O sa review, hindi sila nag-review. Kasi nga, at that time, wala na kaming financially challenged na kami. Hindi na namin pinag-review. Pero yung mga bata, they took it upon themselves. So, review lang kami ng MS-80 ba yun? Yung review materials. So, when they took the exams, they were of the mindset na they were not of the mindset na pwede silang bumagsak. Wala yun sa mindset nila. So when they took the exam, medyo confident sila na kasi we never communicated na pwede nga naman silang bumagsak sa sa Ateneo or Lasal. But then, mabuti na lang, by the grace of God, they aced the exams. And as you know, naging scholar sila. So importante, what I'm saying is importante yung mindset na ipe-present natin sa kanila. Kasi pag present natin sa kanila ganito, naku anak, sana makapasa ka sa kung anong college yan they will think that way. Di ba? Naku, there's a chance pala na bumagsak ako dito. So we never give them that option, that mindset. Ayan yung mga anak ko, yan. Si Bianca, from left to right, yung bunso, si Bianca, and panganay si Catherine. So yan yung mga schools na pinasukan nila. All of them were scholars. Si Bianca got an international scholarship from International School Manila. She also got a scholarship from Ateneo. And sa ibaba ng names nila, yung ano ng situations sila ngayon. So Bianca is a business development officer. Si Paula is a finance manager. Si Joel is a sound designer by day and a rock star by night. Pwede ko na sabihin rockstar. Di ba, Rons? Kasi kahapon, lumabas sa news na they were nominated, yung band nila were nominated as best, ano ba yun? Rock.
Yeah, yung anak ni Nonoy.
Artist sila.
Tsaka, yung anak ni Nonoy.
They were nominated.
Hindi
ko alam, mix ba to?
Mix, yeah.
So pwede ko nang i-claim na rockstar. Si Catherine naman, brand planner. Ayan. So, yan yung mga anak. By the way, before I forget, si Ronnie, yung ating host na si Ronnie, ang anak niya, yung tatlong boys niya, are also homeschooled all the way. And they are also scholars then when they entered college. So, homeschooler na nagiging scholar is parang nagiging nagiging norm. Or hindi na nagiging ganun ka-shocking. Kasi marami kaming kakilala na homeschool, naging scholar. So, encouragement sa mga nag-homeschool na it works. It works, di ba? So with that,
Bigay mo yung years.
Edgar and Grace, there will be question upcoming.
Yeah, sige, ikaw na.
We will answer the question later. Tuloy na lang.
Well, si Bianca, grade 8 siya nung naging scholar sa International School Manila. Tapos after that, naging scholar siya sa Ateneo. Hindi ko na maalala yung taon eh. But she graduated last year from Ateneo. So year before that, 2 years before that si Paula, year before that si Joel, year before that si Catherine. So sunod-sunod. So ngayon, masaya na kami. So basically, yun. We will have a portion ng question and answer, Ron. Is that right? Baka may mga gusto nakamute ka, Ron.
Siguro, may mga questions dito, no? Pero, if you have some insights, tuloy lang natin. Ito questions lang, no?
Sa chat, makikita naman siguro natin.
About responsibility, no? May nag-question about responsibility.
What is the best curriculum?
What's the best curriculum you can recommend?
Would you like to answer that?
Ako? Okay. From my experience, I use the books of the Masters Academy during the time, since Television Live,
Bob Jones, Abeka Curriculum. Ito ba yung ginamit ko? Faces from School of Tomorrow, and Sunlight curriculum. Okay? Nag-stick ako sa Sunlight curriculum. I love it. Now, when you say the best curriculum, all curriculums are good. And they are all excellent. They're all made to really help the child, maximize their learning capability. Pero parang ano yan parang I see curriculum as parang tools or craft. So, kung ano yung swak sa personality mo, yun ang gugustuhin mo. So, you have to really try to use almost everything. But you have to make sure you put it in the schedule kasi baka bili ka na bila and then you're not going to be able to use it. The key, kasi ako hoarder ako I hoarded books and then sad to say hindi ko lahat nagagamit. If you want to try the curriculum, you can try it alongside another curriculum, but you have to really make sure you put a schedule on when to use it. So depende yan. Wala akong masasabing magandang curriculum or the best curriculum. For my own personality ko, I would, if I can just plug, siguro explain ko ano yung curriculum na ginamit ko, Sunlight curriculum. Pag homeschool ka, ang dami mong anak, di ba? Like, 4 yung tinuturoan ko. There are 7 subjects. 7 times 4, 28 topics. Paano ko ituturo yun? Hirap, di ba? So, I opted for a multi-grade type of curriculum. I only had one set of curriculum for world history, for civics, for science sometimes. Si Katin lang, yung panganay ko lang na iba And then they all have different math. Kasi I focus on math, a little bit on science. I focus on math more, and then I focus on English the next. So yung tatlong yun, math, English, and science. Wala akong problema sa Pilipino kasi marunong magsalita ng Pilipino mga anak ko. What I did with Filipino is I made them write essay in Filipino. Pero yung, sorry yung time na nakakalusot pa kami sa Filipino, hindi kami nag-aaral masyado ng pangalan, pandiwa, pangatnig. Oo, inaral din namin yan, pero hindi nag-retain sa brain nila. Kaya wala tayong masyadong, parang, tinuro ko rin naman. Pero, like, even no limit ang hiren, nag-aaral kami yan.
May I say something about that?
May question.
Okay.
Say, go ahead.
This is one of the sticky issues sa homeschooling. Because when we were, at that time, nung dinidiscuss namin yung Pilipino, we asked the critical question. At that time, mga high school na yata si Catherine. Fully loaded, full on na si Grace. As in, ang dami niya ng ginagawa. So the question to us then was, hindi yung ano pa dapat natin gawin. The question was, ano ang hindi nating dapat gawin? So, there's this issue of Filipino. So sabi namin, when we discussed that, ano ba nakikita nating future sa mga bata? Will they be politicians? Will they be, kasi kung politician na magiging ang career nila, magiging track nila, then they will need to learn Filipino. Pero nung pinag-usapan namin, wala naman sa kanilang politically inclined. So, mga businessman yan, mga arts, mga ano. So, sabi namin, we need to teach them the basics of Filipino lang. We will not go deep in Filipino. At least, hindi sila pwedeng maibenta ng mga kapwa Pilipino. Yun lang ang requirement namin. Makakaintindi sila, makakapag-converse sila, na hindi sila pwedeng maibenta. So yun lang naging agenda namin. So Edgar, those were the critical, I mean, what I am saying is sa homeschooling, we have that flexibility and we have those options. Kung saan tayo magfo-focus.
So Edgar, you mentioned
kasi dapat maipasa mo lahat So, ang focus naman, nung mag-college yung mga bata, nahirapan naman sila sa Pilipino. For the first sem lang naman. But they managed to pass it naman. But that's the, trade-off ng mga ganung decision. So, back to you.
So, Edgar, importante pala yung aalamin mo yung parang bent ng anak mo, kung saan kung saan siya magaling, kung saan siya
Oh,
pwede.
yes,
So,
yes.
that a benefit ba yan ng isang homeschooler?
Ako magsasabi.
Yeah, sige, go ahead.
Pag nag-homeschool ka, definitely makilala mo yung anak mo. Super makikilala mo siya. Wait. Ano daw ako? You will really identify the best of your child. Meaning, you will be able to find, ito bang anak ko mathematician, scientist ba to, or writer, or people, I was able to do that. I was able to identify, so I prepared them in that case. Limawa, meron akong anak talagang, lahat sila, okay, generally, they're really excellent in all subjects, but one would really show so much excellence in, let's say, in the field of math. That's my third child, yung BS Management Engineering graduate ko. Magaling siya talaga sa math. Ibang klase yung utak niya sa math. I have a one who is really a writer. A person, my eldest is a one, you cannot stop her from really reading books. And the way she reads books is so much, grabe, ang galing niyang makaintindi, ang galing niyang mag-explain, ang galing niyang mabilis ang kanya. The way she writes is so really galing niya. So, nakikita mo yun eh. So, when I was, all throughout the years, lenient ako sa, lenient ako in case like, hindi niya masyadong gusto yung, let's say, ano bang pwedeng hindi mo gusto kasi lahat gusto nila eh. Hindi nila masyadong gusto yung, let's say, essay ng Pilipino. Parating Pilipino. So, hindi ko sila pupukpukin doon. Alam mo yun? Kaya nga is, strengthen the gift. Yan, ganyan ako. So, importante ma-identify mo yun. Kaya, when they really pick their course in college, nakagabay ako. Meron akong anak, gusto niya, nung time na yun, fashion design. Siguro kasi teenager siya. Gusto niya mag-fashion design sa Binild. Pwede siya, may scholarship siya offer doon. But deep down in my heart, sabi ko, hindi ka fashionista. hindi ka magiging dressmaker. Sabi ko ganun. But she is really so artistic and talented in the way about clothes, materials, and everything. But mabuti naman nakinig siya sa akin. Kasi ang naipasa niya, ang talagang scholarship is about writing, about communication, arts. So dun siya nag-excel. Yan. And I have...
Grace, may tanong dito, medyo related sa sinasabi mo. Sabi dito ni Joanne, at what age daw can you fully identify each child's inclination, strengths, and identity?
I won't say na it's a specific year eh. Alam mo, it just goes by when you teach personally your child. For some reason, madidiscern mo lang. I don't want to use the word discernment, pero as a parent, ewan ko, parang innate nature yun as a mom, lalo na ikaw teacher, alam mo. Sabi ko, ito talaga, kasi lalabas sa bibig ng bata yan. You know, my daughter, 4 years old, hindi pa siya nagbabasa. Gustong-gusto na niya humawak ng libro. Titingnan niya yung mga pictures. Ganyan. Ito namang anak ko isa, organized. Hindi ko sinasabi yan, maliligo na yan sa umaga. Yung third child ko, maliligo na yan. Uupo na siya sa table niya. Gagawin na niya yung kanyang homework, hindi ko pa sinasabi, mag-aral ka na. Organized. So, ma-identify mo corporate ito. Tapos magaling pa sa math. Parating tapos na niya yung phases niya sa math. Ay ko, grabe, iba talaga tong batang to. Very organized, corporate talaga to. Critical thinker to. Yung mga ganun ba? Pero I cannot say really kung anong year mo ma-identify. It will be to the degree that you spend time with your child.
So walang timing, Grace, kumbaga.
Makikita mo yung habang tinuturuan mo yung anak mo. Kaya talagang importante.
As you progress.
As it progress, yes. Hopefully, by the time siguro ako medyo malinaw sa akin ng mga mag-high school na sila. Kasi bago sila mag-high school, Rons, mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, ito pa yung principle ko sa buhay nun eh. When they were grade 1 to grade 3, laro-laro yan. Hindi ako masyadong mahigpit. Pagdating ng grade 4 to grade 6, they're already learning how to study on their own.
I will set a curriculum, I will set a schedule. They will see the schedule, they will see the page number. Aaralin nila yan. I only discuss not every day. But they know when I will discuss. Nakalagay rin po sa schedule. Oh yeah, Mommy will sit with you and I will ask questions. Ganyan. Ganun ko kaalam ko anong inaaral ng mga anak ko. Although hindi ko talaga inaaral lahat yan, minsan on the spot lang. Pero inaalam ko kung nag-aral siya. So, such that when they went to get to high school, less supervision yan. Overall na lang, parang kumbaga sanay na sila sa routine nila. Kaya, and also if I may add, when they were in third year high school, at least yung last two ko, halos tapos na namin yung curriculum hanggang fourth year high school. Kasi by the time na mag-end siya ng third year high school niya, nag-uumpisa na po siya mag-review. In fact, if I remember right, yung isa na una siya eh. Hindi pa nag-uumpisa yung third year high school niya, tapos na talaga yung fourth year curriculum niya. Yun yung third ano ko. Kasi magaling talaga itong batang to eh. Talagang nagre-review lang siya. Ako, gawa na yung grade niya for fourth year. Alam mo yun, kasi maaga ka mag-apply ng school ng entrance exam, di ba? So, kailangan medyo nagre-review na yan. On their own po. Kasama yan sa schedule na ginawa ko. Kailangan nagre-review na sila. Although, alam mo yun. So, yeah.
Grace, marami tayong question rito, pero si-shift lang tayo sandali. May nagtanong kasi rito. Ay, alam ko, Grace, CPA ka, di ba? Correct? You're an accountant. May nagtanong kasi rito. Okay. Ngayon may nagtanong kasi rito, I understand. Kasi talagang may time requirement for parents talaga to homeschool. Hindi yan parang, sige, laro-laro lang. You really have to sit down with your children. May tanong kasi rito. Does one need to sacrifice their career if they choose homeschooling?
Does one need to sacrifice their career when they need to homeschool? Okay.
Yeah. Mahirap ba ang tanong?
To some degree. To some degree, I would say. Because,
I remember si Owen, ganyan din eh. Nung nag-grade 1 yung anak ko si Topper, hindi na nagtrabaho din. I really sacrifice din. No?
To some degree, yes. Pero
worth it ba? Worth it?
Sabi ko nga sa'yo, okay, yung question ng is it worth it, okay?
Yeah.
There are two sides to a coin, di ba? There could be a few or some families who really think they have given everything for their homeschool, only to find out it's not worth it. So I'm not going to say na walang ganong pamilya. So we need to, give credit to the effort that they gave, but yet they might say na it's not worth it for some reason na hindi ko alam. Okay? Pero kaya sabi nga ni Nonoy, it's very polarizing para sabihin mo homeschool is the best. So therefore, kung the best yan, it's worth it, right? It's a very polarizing question to say na homeschool is the best because hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin talaga yun. It's like, ang talagang position namin it works. It really works. But ito ang masasabi ko, it will really depend on the parent, not the homeschool provider. I don't think the homeschool provider will really make sure na magiging successful ang homeschool mo. It really has to be from the parent. That's why I gave those principles kaya shinare ko yun. Yes, Ron.
Grace, I know this is just an introduction to the homeschooling parang forum. Siguro mamaya we will invite them to the new forum. Sunod-sunod na to every Wednesday. Now there's a question here. I know concerned ang mga parents dito eh. Siyempre, hindi nila alam. First time nilang gagawin to. There's a question here na about, siyempre, if you fail. Ito, do you know any homeschooler who failed to enter in a university pag homeschool ba?
A homeschooling graduate who failed to enter in college. Wala akong nakilalang gano'n.
Wala naman.
Wala eh. Parang...
So as long mapasa nila yung curriculum, yung subject sa homeschooling at natanggap ng school or DEX kung kasi kanino sila affiliated, ganun ba yun?
I'm sorry, ano sabi mo? Kung as long as napasa nila yung DepEd requirement?
Yes.
Kasi kung ganito
entrance
po
exam.
Kasi ngayon, nung panahon namin, hindi masyadong nakikialam ang DepEd. Okay? And I'm glad. I was so glad. Pero ngayon, because of how much families really, the homeschooling alternative way of education is so really vast. The number of families that's really homeschooling are really exponential ang growth. That's why the government has to really come in and make some regulations, okay? So ang regulation nila, pag nag-homeschool ka, either you go on your own, like they call it indie, meaning you go on your own, you are not affiliated with any provider. But you have to make sure na mapapasa mo yung placement test ng DepEd. Okay? As early as kinder, I think. Grade 1, grade 2, every year. Kung mag-i-indie ka, pasa mo yan. Para bibigyan ka ng government, ng DepEd, ng tinatawag na number. I think it's called LRN. Lahat ng batang nag-aaral po sa Philippines, may mga number yan, LRN number. Kaya pagka ikaw nagpa-accredit ka sa isang school na hindi mo kilala, sabi nila may homeschool sila, pero hindi ka nila mabigyan ng LRN number. Ibig sabihin, baka hindi sila permit to operate as such. So you have to make sure na meron ka na. Ngayon, once you have that, meron kang report card or progress report, syempre mag-entrance exam ka pa rin sa college. The universities or any school, they will have some form of, entrance exam. Papasa mo rin yun.
Grace, there's another question dito, yung grade school sa high school. Kasi I remember nung nag-decide kami to go all the way to high school, medyo challenging din sa amin yan. Sa inyo ba, paano nyo, kumbaga, ito tanong ka kasi rito ni Miss Chan, is it hard to teach high school kids yung pag-high school na sila? Ano mga difference ng grade school sa high school?
Nung grade 6 si Catherine, ito yung decision moment ko kung magtutuloy ako ng homeschool. Sobrang hindi ako mapakali nung time niya. I remember that so vividly. Iniiyak ko yan eh. Sabi ko, anong gagawin ko? Mag-homeschool pa ba ako? Parang pagod na ako. Sobrang pagod na ako. Tapos 4 sila. Sabi ko, God, paano gagawin ko? Parang kaya ko ba mag-high school? Kasi at that time, I was using, katapos ko lang gumamit ng PACES at that time. PACES ang ginagamit ko noon. So, overwhelmed mga anak ko sa ayokong i-bash, no? Pero hindi click yung curriculum kasi. Kasi, ilan ba sila? 4 times 7, 28. Nakalusot sila for 1.5 years sa akin or 2 years. Hindi ko nabantayan kung ano inaaral. So, it made me so insecure. I did not know what my children were studying. Kasi yun ang personality ko eh. So, anong gagawin mo? Anybody, kapag ikaw nag-homeschool ka at nahirapan ka, what is the first thing you need to do? Go find a community who can support you. And I had that. I have some friends who also homeschool, seriously homeschooling their children, whose children were in high school. Kinausap ko siya nung ginagawa niya. So in other words, I asked for help and guidance. So magpapaguide ka. Mahirap kasi magturo na ng high school.
Pero so, importante, Grace, na meron ka community, no? Importante.
Sobrang importante. Hindi ka pwedeng magawa mo yung mag-isa. Unang-una, maboboard ka, ma-overwhelm ka, ma-burn out ka. Hindi mo naman alam lahat eh. You're just, it's a learning process all the while. Hindi mo kakayanin.
Grace, I know you're leading a homeschool community now, yung homeschooler.ph, I'm not taken. How was the experience of your the parents enrolling to your homeschooling community? Share niyo naman yung kwento niyo kasi I know you've been doing this for how many years, Edgar, Nonoy? I mean, matagal niyo na ginagawa.
Mas kayang sagutin niya ni Edgar.
We want to hear lang from what's happening, parang lang.
Yeah, there was a time na I toyed with the idea na itutuloy pa ba natin to? Yung MAPE. Na-encourage lang ako when some parents literally pleaded with me. Please, hindi namin alam ang gagawin namin kung wala itong community. And parang doon ko na-realize na what I'm doing is not only for myself, but also for the other people who's into homeschooling. And on that note, Rons, I'm taking note of the many comments Facebook, and a lot of people are now inquiring about transferring from traditional school to homeschool. And a lot of them are lost kung ano ang gagawin. So, nung sinabi mo tong round table, di ba, napag-usapan natin, we will create a homeschoolers round table. And for the benefit of everyone listening here, we will launch our first ever homeschoolers round table. This homeschoolers round table will be a forum for the newcomers and for everyone, actually, not only the newcomers, to be connected to other homeschooling parents or homeschooling individuals. And I think it's very important kasi, like yung sinabi ni Grace, the reason why she survived homeschooling is because of the support of the community. And I think we owe it sa movement to support these first-timers na hindi alam kung ano gagawin. So I would like to take this opportunity to appeal to everyone who's listening here to, help me kickstart this forum. What this forum will achieve is, ang highlight ng forum is to connect homeschooling families or homeschoolers. Ang mangyayari nito, it will be a weekly meeting, online meeting, na parang ganito, tapos magkakaroon ng breakout rooms. The main event will not be the speaking engagement, although may mga speakers din, but the main event will be the breakout rooms. Doon magkakaroon ng parang engagement amongst everyone, new or veteran homeschoolers alike. So the rationale is for all to talk about best practices sa homeschooling. Kasi wala pa namang handbook about homeschooling eh. So we are still writing that handbook. Kumbaga, we are all navigating this field.